Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Duskmos, and today I've got the Vapor Trail Deluxe from Seymour Duncan. Let's check it out. So for this Signal Colors primer video, we're taking a look at this really full-featured analog delay. Even though it looks kind of normal, it's on the cover. It's actually really fully featured and really cool. So first up, like I said, it's an analog delay. It's a bucket brigade delay and it actually has 4 chips. So it can go up to 1.2 seconds of delay time, which is 1200 milliseconds. And beyond that, which is already an impressive stat, it also has a insert so you can run the repeats, the whole delay signal out to another pedal and then back in to mix with your clean sound and add another layer to these really nice repeats. And it's got some other unique features as well. Once you get past the first 4 subdivisions, you also get into these other delay modes, which are a lot of fun and can give you whole other effects. The first of which is micro delay, which actually will allow you to hit kind of like a chorus territory or a Leslie sound. This next one is a pitch sequence mode, and that'll actually sequence your pitches of the repeats by changing the timing of them. And you can change the patterns and you can change the rate of the pattern switching, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. This next one, which you may or may not be able to see on camera, is a little recycle kind of signal, which signifies kind of like a feedback, and it's a runaway mode, so you can press and hold and it'll do that, self-oscillation stacked feedback where it'll let it just keep going and you can really ramp up to some crazy stuff. And the last one is a pitch bender mode, which lets you bend up or down and you can change the rate of that pitch. You've also got presets on board, and there's an expression jack as well if you want to assign a parameter to an expression pedal, or maybe some other kind of expression output. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot going on here that is a little bit extra and really fun. So for controls, you've got your mix, your repeats, and your time, as well as a depth / multi-control, because this will change depending on the different modes you're in, as well as a rate control, and then your mode selector, and then your 2 foot switches. This actually has tempo as well, and the bypass will let you work through preset modes and do other kinds of fun stuff. So I've hooked up to my Roland SH-101 today, going in mono. It's a mono effect, coming out mono, going into the TX6 from Teenage Engineering for level management and all that kind of stuff, and then going out into the camera. And before I get started, I want to shout out Zounds.com, my affiliate partner, who is allowing me to borrow this and demo it for all of you today. And I really appreciate that. And yeah, it's fun being able to check out some fresh stuff. And if you're interested in learning more about the Vapor Trail Deluxe, or wanting to check current prices, or any of that fun stuff, definitely check out my affiliate links in the description below. You can also check out my wish list, which has some other great pedals and other pieces of gear on there as well if you want to browse that. But enough chatter, let's get into the Vapor Trail Deluxe. So here we go. This is my clean sound. Pretty chill square wave with no pulse width. Classic synthy sounds. Let's go ahead and engage. I'm just going to noodle around. As you can hear, you tweak the time. Those bends. Increase my release. Now you can, as I mentioned, you can do tap tempo, so you can see it's really low, but we can speed it up. And when you do the tap tempo, it does a good job of jumping really fast to the updated tempo. So I can imagine using it live. If you had to make a quick adjustment, it'd be pretty friendly. Versus the knob, which definitely illustrates a little bit more of the bendy stuff, which is pretty fun in and of itself. We can go slow again. And we can get some modulation going. As you can hear, it can get very wiggly. You can slow down the rate of the modulation. And it can go real wild. Sounds really unstable, but in a cool way. And of course, you can make it less wacky, kind of reduce the depth there. Just get a little subtle movement. Some of that vintage character. Jump the selector switch here to the different divisions of your tempo. Feeding it some nonsense. But then we can get out of that, just the divisions and then kind of normal sort of delay modes and start exploring a little bit more of these extra modes. So we're on the micro delay now. As you can hear, it's a little bit tighter delay, so it's all the way on max. Go to min. You hear a little bit of that Leslie sound. Kind of a chorusy sound. Be careful of feedback. Now we'll go into the pitch sequence mode. And as I mentioned, you can change the sequence, but to do that, you actually have to set that in a sort of startup mode. But once you have the sequence that you want to use set in, Then you can change the parameters with these two knobs. So let's hear what that sounds like. Go back to time. Let's adjust the time. You see rate you can increase, and it works through those pitches really fast. Slow it down. And as you can see, you reduce the depth here. And you can change the number of sort of steps that the pitch changes. You hear it's kind of between those two, really. A little bit more movement there. Speed it up. And get some variations. Pretty cool. Definitely not your standard delay type fare. Okay, we'll go to the next one, which is the runaway mode. And I'll kind of return these to a little bit more of a normal state. As you see, as you hold this, you really ramp the feedback. Now you can change kind of the normal modulation parameters. But still maintain the runaway feedback. Okay, we'll try the pitch bend now. So as you can hear, it's a normal delay. But as you press and hold the foot switch, it bends down in this case. And then back up. Or if you switch, I believe, this into the right half of this selector here. Yep, it bends up. Which is pretty fun. Or back down this way, I'll go down. Really cool. And you change the rate, and that'll actually change the time of sweep for your bend. So we'll speed the rate up really high. And you get an almost instantaneous bend. Which is very cool. I'm going to change up my sound now and get a little bit more of a... Yeah. Maybe a little plucky. You can hear, you can do little dips. I'm going to go ahead and play a sequence, and we'll just explore. Pretty cool variations. Let's go to the runway mode. Obviously, I have to be a little careful. Try the pitch sequence mode. Tweaking the synth again. Pretty interesting. We'll switch to micro now. And then just back to a normal kind of delay. Find a better offset here. Back to clean. A lot less flavor. And then back to clean. So there you go. You can also set this to trails mode, so it'll still continue after you bypass, instead of it just cutting hard like that. But definitely gives you a good A and B comparison to what it sounds like without it. Well, there you go. That's the Vapor Trail Deluxe, at least a little bit of a look. Analog synth, analog delay, match made in heaven, bucket brigade delay. Absolute classic with some modern, fun extra modes on top to keep things interesting. I will use the insert in another video, and maybe even the expression, just to kind of take this to the next level. So definitely come back and check that out on a later video. And again, thanks to Zounds.com for sending this out for me to take a look at. I am going to send this back. So it was just a fun little rental period for me to check this out and share with all of you. But if you're interested in picking one up for yourself, definitely check out my affiliate links in the description and have a little browse and see if it strikes your fancy. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.